So today we are doing 623, but real quick before we start into our notes, I want to give you a little refresher on the tiles and what kind of where we get these names for each tile. So to start us off, we have our unit tile, okay, because this is 1 unit. And we name these with the area. So that is why the area is equal to 1 in this guy. So that's why we call it a unit. It is 1 unit. And that's because we know that this is 1 centimeter long and this is 1 centimeter long. And remember, area is base times height, so 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, so the area of this little guy would be 1. And then if we wanted to find the perimeter, it would be 4 because there are 4 sides. And we know each length. Now when we get to the shape like this, okay, this long skinny guy, we call this an X tile because we know that this is 1 centimeter long. Okay, if we put our 1 tile up against this, it would be the same length. So we know, oh, okay, this side is 1, but we don't know how long this side is. Because if we put a bunch of our 1 tiles along this side, they would not fit up to be an exact amount of those tiles. Okay, and we worked with those the other day in class. So we know each side length. Okay, and remember for this shape, it'd be area is base times height, so 1 times x. Anything times 1 is itself, so that's where we get the x. And if we wanted to find this perimeter, okay, that's what we're going to kind of do in our notes today. Here, these are both would line up with our x sides and our tile we just went over, our x tile, our x squared. And area is length times width, so x times x is x squared, because remember, exponents are repeated multiplication. So if we go to our notes, we are going to be finding the perimeter and area of each of these shapes, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we are going to, let's start with area, okay? Because we would just be adding up all of these tiles. So we know the area of this first guy is x. We know the area of this guy is 1. And we know the area of this guy is x. So we're going to combine like terms. Okay, so I'm going to combine my x's, and I have 2 of them. And then I don't have any other whole numbers to combine with my 1. So I just get 2x plus 1. Now my perimeter, okay, I got to add up all my outside lengths. So like we just discussed, this length is x, this length is 1, this length is x, this length is 1, this length is x, this length is 1, this length is x, and this length is 1. So that's what I would add up. I would do my x plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus x plus 1. And then you combine your like terms. So I'm going to combine all my x's. So I have 4 of them. And I combine all my whole numbers. So that's my perimeter. And we don't know what x is. So that's all it stays. If they gave us a value for x, we could plug that in and solve, but we don't have that. Okay? Let's look at a shape like B. Area, we're just going to add up. Okay, we have 2 x's. It's right here. And then the area of these guys is 1. So combine my like terms. X plus x is 2x. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. Perimeter. Okay, I got to label my outside. That's always where I start for perimeter. Okay, so I'm just going to start here. This length is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this guy's 1, this is x, 1, 1, 1, 1, and x. Sorry, these look like eyes. Okay? So I add them up. So I have x plus, I have 4 ones up top, and I have 4 ones on bottom. Combine my like terms. I have 2 x's, and then I have a total of 8 ones. So that is my perimeter. Again, we don't have anything for x, so that's all that we can combine. Okay, let's try this one. Feel free to pause these between each one and try them on your own and then check them with mine. So my area, okay, I'm just going to add these up. So I have x squared plus x plus 1. And I can't combine any of these, okay? These look like they can be combined, but they cannot. One of these x's is squared and one of these are not. So that's what makes them different, okay? This one has this attached and this one doesn't have anything, okay? So those are 2 different types of numbers, so they cannot be combined. So this stays as just x squared plus x plus 1. Again, if they gave us a value, we could plug it into each x, but they didn't. Our perimeter, okay, we have, go ahead and label the outside. This is 1, this is 1, this is 1. This length is x, sorry for my hiccup. This is x, x, 1, and x, and then we add them up. So here I can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's, so that's 4x. And then my whole numbers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So plus 4. Okay. This one down here, I always start with area because I feel like it's kind of already done for you. Just adding those two, x squared plus x. And again, I cannot combine those because one has an exponent attached to it and the other doesn't. Now, if the other one did, then I could combine them. But they're 2 different types of numbers. So for perimeter, I'm going to go ahead and label my outside. x1, x1, x, x. Okay, add up my x's. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then I have 2 whole numbers, so plus 2. All right, this one is a little trickier, okay? And it's going to come with the perimeter. So let's go ahead and get the area out of the way. Remember, this is an area of 1. So for my area, I have 3 x's plus that 1. Perimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and go on my outside. And remember, a perimeter is just the outside. Okay? So this side is x. We know this is 1, this is 1. This is 1, this is 1, this is x, this is 1. This side, okay, this is not a full side of x because if I was to put, this was my yard and I was to put a fence around it, I wouldn't put a fence on this piece, okay, because that would be cutting into my yard and I would just have this random piece of fence sticking out. So this side is x minus 1 because we know that this side length right here is worth 1 and we're not going to put a fence there. So we're going to take this full x side, but we're going to get rid of this 1 unit. Same thing with this side. Okay, this is an x side, but I'm not putting a fence on this because again, I would have random fence sticking out in my yard. So I'm going to need to get rid of this is 1 and this is another 1. So this side is going to be x minus 2. And then don't forget about these little ones right here. Okay? So for my perimeter, I'm going to add up all my side lengths. So I'm going to start here. So this is 1 plus 1 plus x minus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus x minus 1 plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so now I'm going to solve, and I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. Now I'm going to add up my positive numbers, and I'm going to add up my negative numbers. So here's positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to add up my negative numbers. So negative 2 plus negative 1. So that would be negative 3. And then I'm just going to simplify this. 4x, 7 minus 3 is 4. So this one's a little trickier, okay? But the tricky part really comes with making sure you label correctly. So like this side was x minus 2. And then making sure you combine like terms correctly. Okay, so this isn't 4x plus 10 because these are minus 2 and minus 1, which means we're taking away some of the units. Okay?